today's video, I'm going to explain why I've become a full-time athlete at the age of 57. So stick around. Day 57 run is done, folks, and I'm into my 9th week. Very exciting, very exciting. So today I wanted to tell you about why I've decided to become a full-time athlete at the age of 57. Most of you will probably think I'm crazy, but I have a plan and I want to live my life the way that I want to live it. So first of all, I used to be a full-time athlete when I was young. That's what I dreamed to do, to be a tennis player. And back then it was wooden rackets and white tennis balls. So that's how long ago I committed to this kind of lifestyle. And it was a very interesting journey. Taught me a lot about life, taught me a lot about the world, and taught me a lot about going after your dreams. So here I am at 57 and I'm wanting to do all that again, when most people at my age are deciding to put their feet up, play a bit of golf, maybe go on a cruise, look after their investments, and generally take it pretty easy in life. So why would I want to push myself to this degree? Well, I've been inspired by a number of different things that are going on in the world, actually. So the first one is the explosion of women's sport. I think that's a fantastic thing. Long overdue, of course, but now the recognition and the diversity that's happening within women's sport is fantastic. And I looked at that, I've been watching that scenario and thinking, wow, that's really, really good. Why has it taken so long for us to get there? And of course, there's many, many answers for that. And then I thought about the older generation who are retired and who go into that group of people known as has-beens, yeah? Or masters athletes. And I never want to be called a masters athlete, and I'll never label myself as a master athlete. And it's not because I don't think that's a worthy cause. I just think that when an athlete is dedicating their life to training and all of the other stresses that go associated with staying alive when you're an athlete, and you're doing that full time, then it deserves a bit more credit. So I've started this journey because I want to prove to myself that at my age I can become a full-time athlete and make that a sustainable journey for myself, because it's really the number one thing I want to do in my life. You know, for the last 2.5 years I've been working on a business idea and a project to revolutionize the world of sport. And while I was doing that, I was interacting with all these athletes around the world, Olympians and amateur athletes and coaches. And I was thinking, you know what, I've still got the desire, I've still got the burning to get out there and to compete. But I don't want to do it and have a full-time job. I don't want to do it and have all the stresses of starting a business. I don't want to do it and have to worry about all the other things associated with the 9 to 5. So I thought, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to commit completely to it, and I'm going to go all in, and I'm going to make it work. So that's what I've done. And I truly believe, despite all of the sports science and sports coaches and everybody out there telling you otherwise, I really believe that at my age, over the event that I want to compete at, and that's going to be ultra trail marathon running, that I can compete with much younger guys and girls. And I think that I can turn this into a secret weapon and get my body to a level where I can do the physical side of it. So I'm really excited about this, because it gives me an opportunity at my age to actually participate in a grueling endurance event where I've got a chance of being successful in the overall capacity of it and not have to worry about being a master. So that's why I wanted to do this. And the other reason was I wanted to get myself into the best physical condition as I get into the later years of my life. I didn't want to be this guy that got fatter and fatter and started getting all kinds of diseases and lived his life as an overweight 60, 70-year-old. No, I didn't want to be that guy. So I'm not going to be that guy. So I wanted to make sure that another component of this process was that I get myself into the best physical condition perhaps that I've ever been in my life. And who knows, only time will tell whether I can do that. But I'm already starting to feel sensations after running for 57 days that I've never had before. And I've never run 57 days in a row before. I've never had this kind of conditioning and putting myself into this kind of base foundation of training. So it's really, really interesting. And if you're going to follow my journey along, you're going to be able to see how this works out from a whole lot of different perspectives. My races, which are going to be starting soon. I'm doing my first race next month in October. And I'm going to be able to show all the physiological side of what's happening as well, which I'm already collecting data on, and it's a very interesting journey. The next step for me is to get sponsors on board and to help maintain this from a financial and economic point of view. So that's going to be a really interesting journey, because who's going to get on board a 57-year-old that's committing his life to be a full-time athlete? That's going to be very, very interesting. And knowing the business world the way that I do, I have some strategies. So we'll see how that plays out. So there we go. There's an overview of why I want to be a full-time athlete at the age of 57. And remember, every day I do this, I'm getting older. So 57 is going to be 58 soon, and so on and so on. So I'm looking at a window of between 18 months and 2 years before I do the ultra trail distance. I want to build myself up to that nice and gradually. I want to get myself into a lot of race conditions, training, leave no stone unturned with this, and then give it a go. So yeah, that's the journey. So I'm only day 57 into this, but it's an amazing experience for me. It feels wonderful, and it's given me the ultimate goal in life, is to get super fit and healthy and to try and compete with the best athletes in the world at my age, which is something I never dreamed that I could do, but I can, and I'm going to make that happen. So there we go, folks, day 57, and got an exciting micro challenge coming up this week, so stay tuned for that. I'll share that in the next couple of days. And until then, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and give us some love. That comes in the form of comments, likes, shares, anything else that you can think of to support my journey. I'd be most appreciative of that. And it's Monday morning, so it's the start of a new week. Time to reset and get on with things. I've got a lot of exciting plans today, so I'm going to go off and do those. That's it. I'll see you all tomorrow for day 58. So stay fit, stay healthy, and go for a run, folks. See you tomorrow.